Okay, today we are testing this, the Fifine M9 lavalier mic, which could be the perfect alternative to some of the more well-known lavalier mics. Anyway, why am I holding this like some kind of Gen Z TikToker? Annoys me. It's a clip-on mic. If you do a lot of vlogging or you're away from a standard setup, you know, where you might have a mic here and all that kind of stuff, then a wireless mic like this is ideal, especially say if you're outside doing vlogging, as I said, on the road, moving about, stuff like that. Or if you want to be a long way away from the camera over here. I recently reviewed the Hollyland mic, which I really like. But then Fifine reached out to me and said, hey, you might like our Fifine M9. And straight away, if you look at this setup here, it looks very familiar to another well-known wireless lavalier mic. And considering it's compatible with most setups, whether you're vlogging on your Android, your iPhone, or your DSLR camera like this has got a connection for it, all in the same package. Anyway, the question is though, is the quality good enough? Well, I'm using it right now, so I'll let you be the judge. But why don't we get on with the unboxing? So this is the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier mic system with active noise cancellation, 100-foot range, and batteries 5 to 6 hour use there. Inside the box, you get a lovely user guide here, which is fairly straightforward. And then it comes with this lovely little carry case. Carry case is hard there, you can hear there. And then inside the carry case, you've got the main thing here. Now this is a charger as well, so it charges while it sits in this actual case. Comes with two little mufflers or windbreakers or dead cats, call them what you will, and a USB-C charger, that's USB-C-A to USB-C charger, and then all the connectivity you might need for an iPhone, mobile phone, or your DSLR. And then, as I say, inside the box here, you've got the two microphones. As soon as you take them out of the box, they connect automatically with the receiver. And there's a microphone on the top, little logo there, and then indicator lights. Overall, you can see I really like this aesthetic design of these sort of diagonal lines going on there. Then on the side, you've got the active noise cancellation button there, and then the connection button as well. And then the clip-on bit there, as you can see. I wish it had a sort of magnet bit that would clip onto your clothes, but you can't have everything. I love the Fifine logo there. Anyway, and then here's the main receiver. Again, it's got another little clip-on bit there, on-off button, as you can see on the side. And then you can control the volume for mic A or mic B accordingly there, just by pressing that button. And then these are indicator lights giving you an indication whether they're connected and what the volume level is at for the relative mic. And then on this side, you've got a mono and stereo, and a link button. Now you need to take off this little bit of plastic protection here. Okay, that's important because that means that when you put it in the case, it will charge as long as the case is charged up, of course. And the same applies with the little microphones as well. You can see the charge indicator light flashing there. And they just slot in there and then they'll charge while you're on the go. And on the front there, you've got the charge indicator as well on the front. So setup is super easy and the box is really nice. I'm loving this design, as I said, with the sort of diagonal lines down there and then a slightly different diagonal lines across here. Really nice design. It feels really nice. This acts as a charger. At the back here, you've got a little USB charger and all of that. And then when you're out and about, this is charging the mics inside. So you get two mics as well, as I said here. You slot in there and you can see the light there as it charges away in the box. So really useful. And then all of that comes in this really handy carry case here. Again, really nice. And it's a hard shell. This fits nicely in there with all your connections fitting in the top here or behind this little pouch here. When I bought my other lavalier mic, I only bought the version that connects with your Android phone, little kind of USB connection, and that's it. But it wouldn't connect with this camera here that I'm using right now, which is my main kind of DSLR camera. So I had to buy another attachment for that, and that cost me an extra 50 quid. Being able to connect to your iPhone, your Android phone, and your DSLR all the connections come with this. So here we've got a phone connection. If you don't have, say, a USB-C or a Lightning connection, you can connect it with here. And this is the TRRS. Got to remember that. This is TRRS. So this will plug into an old phone if it's got the 3.5mm socket in it, or if you can buy a special adapter. You need to buy the adapters that are TRRS, I think. So they basically have the mic and the headphone connection. That's not sold with this, but you can easily pick those up for a few dollars and it doesn't really cost very much. Then it comes with a USB-C connection. So again, so you can plug it straight into your Android phone or your kind of iPhone if it's gone beyond the Lightning socket stage, like that. Or you can connect it to your DSLR camera if it has an external microphone socket, so like a 3.5mm socket. And then that wire is basically a 3.5mm TRS cable to a 3.5mm TRS cable. And the great thing about this is, even though the receiver has a clip, it slots into a standard camera shoe. So if you've got one of those sort of standard sort of camera shoes where you might put the, another microphone or a flash or something like that, it slips neatly into that and it looks really, really nice. Now these pair straight out of the box, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you do need to repair, you hold the button on the side of the receiver for like a long hold for 3 seconds, and then you do the same on the microphone, and then you can connect them that way. But they do connect straight out the box. It also has a volume control, so effectively like a mic gain on the receiver. For both ones as well, there's an A button and a B button. And so this is the A microphone, and you just sort of press through it. It goes through a cycle really. So it's not very precise. You just have to sort of measure up on if you've got a sound indicator, as I have on on the camera, I'm looking into the camera. So it's worth getting the settings right, because when I first plugged it in, it was too loud, and you just keep pressing the button and it sort of goes round in a cycle in terms of its gain or volume, in the sort of the level, basically the level at which it receives the sound. So you can just adjust it to the level that you want. But there you go. Hopefully that's given you an overall impression what the sound's like and the quality's like. Obviously I've added a bit of post-production. What I found, in fact, why don't we do an example of what the Hollyland sounds like, and then you can judge for yourself. Okay, so this is me with my Hollyland, just to give you an idea of what that sounds like. As I said, what I really like about the Hollyland is it just connects with a magnet under the clothing. So if you're wearing a t-shirt or something like that, it's ideal. You can just put it on like that. So this is what the Hollyland sounds like. In fact, I'll read a little piece from one of my books, Bushido Unplugged. Everyday acts of kindness, small gestures like a warm smile, a heartfelt compliment, or offering a listening ear can make a world of difference to someone. These acts radiate the spirit of Jinn in our everyday life. There we are. That is the Hollyland. And now we're back with the Fifine. Small gestures like a warm smile, a heartfelt compliment, or offering a listening ear can make a world of difference to someone. These acts radiate the spirit of Jinn in our everyday life. So there we go. There's a quote from my book, available on Amazon, Bushido Unplugged by Clive Illenden. Anyway, quick plug there. Each mic also comes with a kind of wind muffler, or a dead cat as we call them. And it's a little like press button stud. You see there? There we go, with the windbreaker on it. As I said, once it's on, it's nice and firm. It's not going to blow away. I've got other ones in which you have to sort of stretch it over the mic and then put it on, and I'm always paranoid that it's going to sort of ping off, whereas this feels like it's nicely firmly in place because it's a little pop button, although it was a bit more fiddly than I thought it was. But there you go, that's with the sort of muffler sound on it there. Okay, but what does it sound like if I'm using the mobile phone and I'm outside? So this is just to give you an impression what it sounds like when I'm outside. So I've got the muffler on in there. I'm sitting on my chair in my garden here, the other end of the garden, which is, medium size, I'd guess, garden. Anyway, that's to give you an idea of what it's like if you're outside. It's a slight breeze blowing. I don't know if you can hear any of the wind. You can hear probably the crunch of the path. As I say, there is a slight wind blowing. In fact, it's just picked up now. Maybe you can hear it. Hear the wind blowing there? Anyway, there you go. Just a quick impression of what the microphone sounds like when you're outside. Okay, so here I'm connected to my mobile phone, just to give you an idea. I'm on an Android, a Pixel 7 here, and this is to give you an idea what it sounds like. I've got the muffler on. I do recommend that you put the muffler on, especially if you're going full Gen Z and holding the microphone like this, because if you hold it right in front of your mouth, whilst it's a good place to have it because it's close to your mouth, you will get plosives. You might hear some plosives on this, I'm not too sure. Ideally, put the muffler on, little dead cat here, and you'll get rid of any of those plosives, hopefully. The great thing about all these separate wires that come with it to connect to the receiver, to whatever device you're using, whether that's an action cam, a GoPro, a mobile phone, a DSLR, whatever it is, that's really great that you've got all these connections. But because it's a wired connection to the receiver, the one annoying thing for me is that the receiver sort of hangs down on a wire unless you sort of can clip the receiver somewhere, which is a bit of an annoyance for me personally. I much prefer if the connection plugs straight in so there's no wire hanging down, although that means you need different connection each time. At least with these different wires, you can interchange the connection with the receiver. So I guess that's the price of versatility, but it's a small consideration to think about. So there you go. You see what it sounds like on a DSLR. You see what it sounds like on a mobile phone. And you've seen what it sounds like outside and inside. You've seen what comes in the box and all of that. So how much are you going to pay for these two mics, the charging box, the receiver, the multiple connectivity? Well, you'll be surprised. This whole set cost me roughly £70. And get this, I think in the US, it's even cheaper. When you compare that, even in the UK, when you compare that price to the Hollyland, which I thought was amazing value at the time, but only could connect to a mobile phone, or its sort of direct competitor, this is what it's trying to be, the DJI Mic. When you look at the price of that, which is closer to £200, 70 quid for this, or even less in the US, is amazing value, considering, as I said, it connects to your mobile phone, it connects to your DSLR, it connects to your iPhone and all of that. That's what I really like about it. There's one of the positive things is that the whole package comes with a lot of connectivity, which I think is really, really important. Pros, well, I mean, again, this is not so much at Fifine, but this is just the overall design. And, you know, whilst I hate it when I see Gen Zers or whatever, Gen Alphas, you know, doing TikTok videos and holding the mic here, it really, really annoys me because it's a clip-on mic. I can see why they do it because actually, you know, the clip-on mic is good if you've got a, say, a shirt, like a button-up shirt or a suit lapel. That's ideal. But if you're like me that tend to wear t-shirts, then the only real place you can put it is there, and then it sort of sticks out. I don't quite like that there, but that's just an aesthetic thing rather than kind of practical thing. In a way, I wish it could, you know, maybe if I bunch it together like that, but then it just feels a bit odd. So I think I get it why Gen Zers like to hold their lavalier clip-on mics here like a roving reporter. I think I understand it now, even though it does annoy me. But there you go. Sound quality, well, I'll let you be the judge for that. I thought it was okay. I think it's decent enough if you use a bit of post-production. I would have used a lot of post-production in this video to hopefully make it sound okay. I think once you've added a bit of post-production and equalization and stuff like that, I think the sound is pretty good. And overall, considering the value, I think it's reasonably good quality for a lavalier mic. And, you know, for a lavalier mic, what you're really looking for is practicality. Yeah, a quick, small mic that you can just sort of grab and go and all of that, which is the whole point of it. It's sort of a microphone on the go when you're not setting up your main setup like this, or a boom mic, which I sometimes normally use when I'm doing these sort of videos. This whole video has been recorded using this, apart from that little bit with the Hollyland. So overall, yeah, quality, it's not too bad. I find when I had the noise reduction on it, which I need because my computer's running, and so it does pick up the fans on that, I found that a bit more artificial, a bit more tinny. Let's be honest here. I've always loved Fifine products. I think they offer incredible value. I use these Fifine studio monitor headsets all the time, even though I have a load of branded headsets. In terms of my everyday use and when I'm editing videos and stuff like that, I use these Fifine at really good value. When I'm gaming, I use the Fifine gaming headset. As I said, despite the fact I've got all these branded headsets as well, my son uses the Fifine headset. I recommended the Fifine headset to a friend of mine, and he absolutely loves it. So I know that Fifine make pretty decent audio quality. Is it the best in the world? Of course it's not. But in terms of value, it competes well above its pay grade, as it were, in terms of audio quality. And I think it's the same with this. Although I'd say it doesn't quite pack the same punch as some of their other audio equipment, in my opinion. But in terms of value, I still think it delivers. I still think it punches way above its weight. So there you go. I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it interesting. I hope I haven't missed anything out and all of that. I say these are really versatile, works out of the box. Connectivity is really, really useful. Yeah, I wish it came with a magnet so I could just stick it on my chest like this rather than have to clip on, but it is clip-on mic, so there you go. But hopefully I've covered it all. I'll put some details in terms of the sound quality and the mic sensitivity range, which is -37 to +3- dBV. Frequency response, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. A top level of 110 decibels. Sampling rate is 48 kilohertz. And as I said, it comes with a 3.5mm port and Type-C port as well. And the battery life, which I haven't tested out yet in terms of how long the battery lasts. According to the bots, the battery will last for 5 to 6 hours use. Presumably that's when you're carrying around the box with you, which I said, if you're out and about, is really handy that you can charge on the go. Okay, so that's my review of the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier mic system. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you used the DJI mic? Have you used the Hollyland mic? What lavalier mic have you used before? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this video, please hit the likes because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content just like this. And if you're new to my channel, then please do me the great favor, hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with content just like this. Talking of content just like this, why don't you check out this content here? This one here. I'll hold my mic and say it like that. Will you watch these videos? Yeah? Thanks for watching.